Alright everybody, this is Nerd Dad back with another reaction video. If this is your first time at the channel, take a second and click that subscribe button. It's easy. All you have to do is...
What's the worst body part to have chopped off by a lightsaber?
And you're subscribed. Also go ahead and hit that bell icon so you get those notifications every time I release a new video. Today we are here for Season 1, Episode 6 of WandaVision. This one is titled... All new Halloween Spooktacular. In the last episode, they changed things up a little bit. Instead of being mostly Wanda world and a little bit of real world, it was kind of half and half. We saw the babies giving Wanda and Vision some trouble, and Agnes, of course, showing up just as they needed help to try to help out. But the kids almost immediately turned into 5-year-olds, and oddly enough, Agnes didn't really seem bothered by that. Later on, the kids have a dog, and Wanda and Vision decide the kids shouldn't have a dog until they're 10, so poof, immediately they're 10. And again, Agnes is there when this happens, and she just doesn't, she kind of plays it off. She doesn't really seem to notice. In the real world, Monica has given her description of how things were in Wanda world, and Hayward has decided that Wanda is indeed the bad guy behind all of this, which a lot of the other people don't seem to believe. He uses her history of attacking the Avengers first before becoming one. And Jimmy kind of stands up for her, but Hayward kind of shuts him down. Monica is just trying to figure out how to either to get back into the dome area, the town, and she kind of comes to the idea that, hey, if stuff changes when it goes in, but if it's already from this period, maybe it won't change. So they get an old 80s drone and she flies it in, tries to make contact with Wanda, but of course Hayward had a sneaky plan and he tries to attack Wanda with the drone. That doesn't work, of course, and Wanda actually comes out and pays them a visit. And when she steps out, she's in her normal Scarlet Witch outfit that she's been wearing in the MCU. She warns them, do not bother me anymore. I have exactly what I want. There's nothing you can offer me. This is your only warning. And then in a little flex of her power, she makes all the Sword agents turn their guns on Hayward, and then she turns and goes back into the dome. As she touches the dome to go in it, it turns red, and we'd seen the red dome in the trailers, and it just kind of been TV interference up to this point, but now it's red, so I don't know if that's going to stop people from being able to go in altogether. And then once she's back inside, her and Vision end up in a little bit of a fuss. It actually almost turns into a big fuss. They actually float, and they're getting ready to use their powers on each other, because Vision is now confronting her with the fact that he sees these things happening that aren't right. He did the mind thing to Norm and actually talked to him out from under the control. Now, he never said it was Wanda. He just kept saying she, so maybe it's not Wanda who's doing all the mind control. It looks like it is. Vision thinks it is. Hayward thinks it is. But I think with all this kind of weirdness around Agnes, I think she's going to end up being somehow partially in charge of all this. Now, why she was kind of trying to tell Vision in the one other episode, but at the same time, then she stopped talking about it. I don't know what's up with that. So it was like she wanted to tell, but then she decided not to tell, and now she's being super helpful with the babies, and then she was helping with, what happened with the dog. But as they're sitting there talking it out, there's a knock at the door, and of course, or was it a doorbell? Knock at the door, doorbell, one of those. And I think we all immediately thought maybe it was Agnes again, because she's been doing that a lot. But it's a surprise. It's a surprise special guest on this week's episode of WandaVision. And it turns out to be her brother, only it's not her brother, because, of course, the MCU brother is dead. This is Quicksilver from the Marvel X-Men movies. Days of Future Past, I think, was the first one we saw him in. She seems like she knows it's him, but at the same time, she acts like she doesn't know who this person is. And she, kind of hugs him, and he comes in. And that's where the episode ended. So now, Season 1, Episode 6 of WandaVision, all new Halloween Spooktacular. Here we go.
Previously on WandaVision.
Just make her stop!
You can't control me the way you do that.
Can't I?
I had a brother. His name was Pietro.
Long lost bro, get the squeeze.
Oh, except there he is, not is.
She recast Pietro?
Oh, video camera. Yeah, this is the 90s. Welcome to the 90s. What? I can't tell what show this is. I know I've seen it though.
You're not the boss of me now. Life is unfair.
Oh, there he is.
Halloween's a magical holiday, all about family, friends, and the thrill of getting to be someone else for a day. Halloween's about candy and scaring people, but mostly candy.
Look at him talking to us.
You scared? Why would I be scared? Because it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you're secretly afraid he's a vampire. No, I'm not.
Oh, hello, Scarlet Witch outfit.
What are you wearing?
I'm a Sokovian fortune teller.
Worse than the costumes Mom made us the year we got typhus.
Ooh, to share.
That's not exactly how I remember it.
You probably suppressed a lot of the trauma.
Yeah, Vision.
Whoa! Sweet costume, bro, Ham-in-law.
Thank you for humoring me and wearing this ridiculous getup, honey.
Well, there were no other clothes in my closet, so. I know you have a secret thing for Mexican wrestlers.
Me gusta mucho.
Chili con carne.
I like how they blew over the fact there's no other clothes in my closet, when there's probably actually no other clothes in his closet.
I had no idea he'd be so
Go!
great with kids.
He's just full of surprises.
Like the fact that he actually exists and is alive.
And the neighborhood watch is the only thing that stands between the trees and the toilet paper.
But no, that's not what you're supposed to...
What?
You didn't tell me you had plans.
Big guy is a conflict. Twins need a father figure for the night.
You have a spooky time tonight, kids.
Good night, Dad.
Wanda,
Ooh.
be good.
Be good.
I smell crime.
That's a great cape.
Don't do that!
Here's Billy's idea.
I'm Tommy.
And don't you forget it!
You don't even have a costume.
Yes, look at the Quicksilver. Comic book Quicksilver.
Hey, there he is. The guy who almost got murdered by his own murder squad.
She says, hey.
If Wanda is the problem, she has to be our solution.
Captain Rambo, you have become an impediment to this mission. Maybe it's a good thing you weren't here when your mother died, because clearly you don't have the stomach for this job. Get her off my base. All of them.
Well, they can just like go around to the other side and start their own base.
He's up to something.
Jimmy! He's tough. So is she.
Why didn't anyone tell me the plan?
Jimmy didn't even think twice about doing that.
This is it. Game time.
Oh, Halloween, my favorite.
Unleash hell, demon spawn!
What was the name of that kid who was always trying to steal your boots?
You're testing me. It's cool. I know I look different.
Why do you look different?
You tell me. How about you let Uncle P help you maximize your candy acquisition, huh?
Yeah, kick ass.
I feel the need.
Bust me. Ow!
Kick ass. How's patrol going?
Quiet so far. All the candy has disappeared, and now all the jack-o'-lanterns have been smashed, and now everyone's covered in silly string.
Well, maybe Vision can help you out.
He's not on duty. There's something I can do for you, Wanda? Want something changed?
No,
What's
it's fine.
weird? Oh, he's covered in silly string too. It's where he's just walking around. So he's walking around on his own, looking for weirdness. And he found it right there. Oh, she's crying. She's just being controlled into doing this.
I'm so hungry.
Commercial!
Anything.
Hungry. I remember hungry.
What did you do?
Snacked on Yo Magic, bro.
Oh.
I have some.
There you go, little dude.
Snacked on Yo Magic.
Yo Magic, the snack for survivors.
So does that mean that somebody's wanting to snack on Wanda's magic?
So
Steal her magic, maybe?
I believe you're making them return all the candy.
I can't believe what a bad influence you are.
The Incredibles. On the marquee, playing at the theater.
What happened to your accent?
What happened to yours?
They've got full-size candy bars a few blocks up. Next stop, Cavity Town.
Right on, little
Is it the first time he showed his powers?
You got super speed.
I do?
Yeah.
Which means other boy's gonna have her powers.
If you're gonna break the sound barrier, please just take your brother with you. Just remember,
Don't go past Ellis Avenue. We know, Mom, we know.
Hey, be careful!
Is that where the boundary is?
Who is that?
Wanda's brother came to town.
You brought the wrong face. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to hack into the secure network on the base. Dunzo. Hayward figured out a way to look through the boundary.
And you didn't share it with the group.
The program is tracking the decay signature of vibranium.
Why is Hayward tracking Vision?
These people near the edge of town, they're barely moving.
Yeah. See, they're like frozen until Wanda comes into proximity, and then they wake up. So he can up there. He can see that part of the town is active, and all the rest of the town is like shut down and frozen. Oh, except for there. Oh, it's the edge of town. It's like almost like somebody was trying to leave. Of course, it's Agnes.
Took a wrong turn. Got lost.
In the town you grew up in?
You're one of the Avengers. You're Vision. Are you here to help us?
I am Vision. I do want to help. But what's an Avenger?
He doesn't have his memories from before the town.
Am I dead?
No, no. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
Because I'm what?
Because I what?
Dead. 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 Dead.
And she's flipping out.
No one leaves. Wanda won't even let us think about it.
Okay, so now somebody's actually said Wanda.
All is lost.
Agnes!
Alright, plug her back in. She's gonna do a Yui? Yep. Oh, Ellis Avenue. That was the street she told the kids not to go past. So probably like right over there in the grass is... Oh, stop. Right over there is the boundary.
My way back into the Hex will be here in an hour. Just gotta meet my guy over the ridge.
Who is she
You
meeting?
can't do that.
Sure we can. I'm a whiz at
Is this
hot wiring
her?
cars.
Hayward has your blood work. You've gone through the boundary twice already, Monica. The energy inside has rewritten your cells on a molecular level twice. It's changing you.
Superpowers, maybe?
I know what Wanda is feeling, and I won't stop until I help her.
So who's her guy she's
But
meeting?
I'm staying here. I haven't made it through Hayward's last firewall. There's something big here, something that can help us. I know it.
Damn it if
This
Westview,
is
New
good.
Jersey isn't charming as hell. I think Mom and Dad would have loved it.
I think they would have.
Where were you hiding all these kids up till now?
What?
I assume they were all just sleeping peacefully in their beds. No need to traumatize beyond the occasional holiday episode cameo, am I right?
Wow, I think he's completely fully aware of what's going on.
You don't think it's wrong?
I'm impressed. Seriously. It's a pretty big leap from giving people nightmares and shooting red wiggly woos out your hands. How'd you even do all this?
I don't know how I did it.
There's what he really looks like.
Are you okay?
Did she reanimate his body too?
I'm fine.
Move out.
What's he doing?
What is he doing? What's gonna happen if he tries to leave? Mostly made it. He's got it. Look, he still has the stone. Oh well, things coming out look like they did when they were in there.
He does one out, doesn't he?
Pulling him back in.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Why are you helping him? Stop! He's coming apart!
Now we're gonna see his powers.
Whoa, Billy! Mom! Mom! Oh, you're dead. In my head. He's in trouble.
What are you doing? Help him!
He wants out, but it won't let him out, so it's gonna pull him apart, trying to get him back in.
I need you to focus.
He sees soldiers. They think he's dying.
Ooh, there's the power. She paused everything.
Jimmy, do you see that? Something's happening.
It's moving. Go, 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 go.
Must go faster.
She's going to encompass the soldiers, and then she can control them too. Yeah, good job, Hayward. Again.
Are you serious right now?
Only I didn't say fudge.
That's a helicopter, which turned into a hot air balloon. Oh, circus. Clowns! What's Hayward going to turn into? Oh, he's going to get away. Oh, she's going big.
Anyone hear my voice?
No.
Does anyone read me?
You did this. You did this, Hayward. No, now it's enormous. Now we can see how big it is. That's so much power. Oh, closing credits. Whew, a lot happening in that episode. It's Halloween. I love Halloween. Vision says he's going to go out and help out with the community watch, but then he's actually sneaking around on his own trying to look for weirdness, which he finds out that a good portion of the town is kind of on pause when Wanda and the immediate family aren't there reacting, or aren't there to set them off to, nobody to interact with. Hayward, they find out Hayward's known a lot more about this than he was telling everybody. He knew how to track Vision. He could take readings on all the people in the town. He has a little fight with Monica, and so he decides to kick Monica and Jimmy and Darcy out. But of course, Jimmy kicked some butt, and I didn't know Jimmy had that in him. But him and Monica beat up the soldiers, and so they sneak and stay on base. They find out what it is that Hayward knows, except there was one more thing. Darcy stayed behind after Jimmy and Monica left to try to figure out what this was. And then they all see that Vision is trying to get out of town. In the process of getting out of town, he finds Agnes frozen at the edge of town at Ellis Street, which she's told the kids don't go past Ellis Street. So after getting Agnes up and going again, and she recognizes him as an Avenger, but he doesn't know what the Avengers are. And she tells him, she asks about being dead because he's dead, which freaks him out a little bit, but then he plugs her back in, sends her on her way. Then he decides to walk across the field and tries to get out of town. He gets to the barrier, pushes his way through, but it's like it's sucking him back in, even to the point of it's like pulling him apart. The one little boy, I gotta get their names straight. I don't remember which one it was, but the one little boy who has Wanda's powers senses that he's in trouble, goes and tells Wanda, so she does a blast, and so the dome, the edge of the town, the boundary stretches out, encompasses the entire sword base, which gets turned into a big top circus, and all the soldiers turn into clowns. Hayward and a couple of them manage to escape. Jimmy and Monica see it coming. They manage to get away, but Darcy gets sucked in, so we'll have to see how Darcy is in the next episode, which I guess will be the 2000s. I'm not sure. Quicksilver, the brother, obviously, he's fully aware of everything that's going on because he talks to her about the parents, and he talks to her about he knows he looks different. There's just little things here and there that he says that he knows more of what's going on than anybody else does. So yeah, we'll have to see what part he continues to play in trying to. He kind of seems like he's trying to steer Wanda a little bit. I'm not sure what's going to come of that. But now the boys are starting to show their powers. The one little boy is fast like Quicksilver, and the one boy obviously has Wanda's powers. We'll have to see how that continues to grow, what happens with that. Only a couple of more episodes. This was 6. 3 more episodes. I think there's 9. It's really getting good now. We'll have to, her power in this one just really was like power. So we'll have to see what the fallout is after this. I'm sure Hayward's going to call for like a complete destruction of the whole area, even if it means killing the people inside, because we got to stop Wanda. We'll have to see what was up with Agnes too, because that was a little more hint that maybe she wasn't from this town, because she was supposed to have grown up there, but she took a wrong turn on the street trying to get to somewhere in town because she didn't know where it was. So that was another hint that maybe she's not from here, but was put here. Again, we'll have to see how that turns out. But now we got a week wait until episode 7, and can't wait to see it. And as always, if you like what you see, please click subscribe. The one little place is here. It's pretty easy. Click and you're subscribed. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notifications of every time I release a new video. If you like what you see, please click like and click share. Tell all your friends about me. What do you think's going on with the stuff we found out in this episode? What's up with Quicksilver seeming to know everything? What's up with Agnes getting lost in a town that she's lived in her whole life, supposedly? What's Hayward going to do now that Wanda has shown that her power is just completely off the charts and, you know, she kind of took over all of his guys and took those away from him, and so when people lose stuff like that, they kind of go... and what do we think's going to happen to Darcy once she's inside? I mean, I guess the next episode is the early 2000s, because this was clearly the 90s. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. Any comments about that in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, this has been Nerd Dad 5000. I will see you later.